This train is now approaching its final stop, London Waterloo. Change here for London Underground services.
Hi, this is Richard from the Erasure Information Service. It's the 2nd of March 2011 and I'm on a train because I'm heading into London to meet up with Andy Bell. This evening Andy will be performing as a special guest of Claudia Brooken, who's playing a solo show at the Scala, which is an old cinema turned into a venue in King's Cross in North London. It's been a while since I've seen Andy. I haven't seen him since before Christmas, so we've got lots of things to talk about. And fortunately he's also agreed to do a short interview to answer some questions about the things that he's been up to recently. Here I am at the Scala. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, about the same time that Andy Bell is supposed to be here for soundcheck, although he will of course be late. I'm not the first person to arrive though. There's already a group of EIS people here, including Andy Bootyman here, who's giving me an enthusiastic welcome as I head into the venue to find out what's going on. I arrived just after Martin Ware and Glenn Gregory from Heaven 17, who are also guests tonight. No sign of Andy, but it does give me a chance to have a look around the venue and see what's going on as they set up for soundcheck. I also find this bar upstairs, which is nice and light and nice and quiet, the perfect place to do the interview with Andy. Although by the time I get Andy up there, everything has changed and it's got quite dark. I'm just warning you for later. Finally, I find Andy and take him away to do the interview before he's needed for soundcheck.
First of all, let's talk about the club night that isn't happening on Friday.
Right.
And if you could just sort of explain why that's not happening.
Oh, that's not happening because apparently, without telling us, the Hoxton Pony decided they were only going to have in-house promoters and promotions. So I think I must have been the last person that was out of house promoted, whatever. And but they didn't have the courtesy to tell me. And I was first to find out through Twitter by the Dolly Dots, I think they're called. And so I told my guy who was putting it on with me, and he got in touch with them, and that was the first he'd heard of it as well. So, you know, it was all a mix-up, but kind of a bit disrespectful, really. But we've postponed it, but hopefully we're going to put it on the night before one of the Mute.
Oh yeah, the Mute Festival night.
Yeah, so that'd be more sensible.
Yeah, that'd be brilliant. Tonight, Claudia Brooken.
Yeah.
You're doing a guest slot. Is it just the one song? The song that you did together?
Songs.
Right.
I'm doing one song that Claudia sang on Electric Blue.
Right.
Delicious.
Delicious.
She's asked me to sing one of her songs. A friend of hers, Thomas, who she sang Absolutely Immune with.
Right.
He's poorly, so he can't do it. So I
right.
It's quite a strange song, but I think
it's quite a weird song, isn't it? But it's a really nice song, yeah. And how did that sort of a whole collaboration come around in the first place? I know it's quite old now, isn't it? You know, but
well, to be honest, it was. I mean, I was a big Propaganda fan, and Claudia on her own, especially the first album, Love and a Million Other Things,
and Million Kisses, Wishes, something, something like that.
And that was written with Pascal as well, Gabriel, and then she was suggested by Chris Smith and Philip Larson from Manhattan Clique,
right?
Working with, so
who are here tonight as well, aren't they?
Yeah, Philip's here. So I just said, why not? You know.
Yeah.
And her voice is really interesting.
Absolutely.
I love her choice of words and things, and I think she's always been very arty. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Have you heard the compilation, the combined record?
I haven't put it in my computer yet.
Right.
But I will though.
Yeah, I've been listening to it. It's fantastic.
Really?
It's like all those songs from different collaborations, but there's this thread running through it. It works so well. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and will you be watching the show for the other guests and things?
Yeah, because it's really good as well. I mean, from what I've heard in the studio, it's really there's some great. I love the Propaganda songs.
Yeah, me too.
And also the stuff that she did with Andrew Poppy.
Right.
Piano,
Yeah.
it's really lovely.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's going to be quite sort of a mixed bag of stuff, isn't it? Yeah. Have you been doing lots of rehearsals and things for it?
We've had 2 days rehearsals.
Right.
And I've only just learned the words because that's what's how I am.
Right.
You know, I leave it till the last minute.
Next thing I suppose you've got coming up is the Ultra Festival.
Oh yeah,
which is what, a couple of weeks away, isn't it? Yeah.
25th. Yeah.
How's that going to be? Is it going to be an Erasure show as we know it?
That is Erasure. Yeah, only going shopping tomorrow.
Right.
And the girls, we're rehearsing with them, Emma and Val,
Yep.
for because it's really like our reunion. After
Sure,
25
yeah.
years. For we're rehearsing on the 18th, 19th, and 20th. Then we have a day off, and then we go there.
Right.
So I've got all the
Rehearsing
songs,
here and then
Yeah.
flying over, right?
Yeah, and we got the songs from Vince. So that's what I'm going to be doing in the next week.
Right. Get ready for that. And because it's like quite an electronic sort of dancey
Yeah.
festival, will it be a different sort of set from
It's
you?
not at all. It's all the Erasure tunes, and I was quite shocked because Vince has reprogrammed everything,
Right.
or re-recorded everything, and I thought it was going to be like remix versions,
Right.
and it's not. It's exactly the same as it was on the records, and I just thought, well, he's doing it on purpose. To kind of, that's him, that's
Yeah.
who he is, and that's his
Yeah.
legacy and stuff, and they're his sounds, so that's what he's
Right.
That's what he's doing.
So he's
Yeah.
giving his sounds a bit of a tweak.
Yeah.
But it's not radical reworking.
No,
Yeah,
not
people will recognise what's going on.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And then obviously it's the Forest Tour.
Yeah.
Are those songs going to be carried on into that?
Those songs will be carried on with some slow ones
Right,
and hopefully some new ones.
right.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And you've been talking about Pogleswood, Midsummer Night's Dream.
Yeah, it's not quite that, but it's kind of more. It'll be more like when we did Rosie O'Donnell in America.
Yeah.
She said that going to the Erasure show was a bit like a religious experience.
Right.
So I want to make it like a church, but in the forest.
Right.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And then, this is the big question for everyone. Everyone wants you to play in their country.
Yeah.
It's like every day I get maybe 20 emails from people saying, will they come to China?
Yeah.
Will they come to South America? Will
Yeah.
they come to, the whole lot? Everywhere in the world wants to see
Right.
Erasure.
Yeah.
So do you know roughly what your plans are?
Well, the thing is, we're carrying our production on our backs.
Right.
So
Couple of laptops and a torch.
So far we've got the forest gigs.
Yep.
And we've got the Denmark, Germany, Russia.
Yep.
Then I think we're going to have like 3 weeks off or so.
Right.
And then we're coming back.
Yep.
And we're going to do some dates in America, I think in August.
Right.
Or no, September. And then the UK again in
Right.
October.
And the album will be out by then, won't it?
The album's-
For those...
Yeah,
that-
hopefully there'll be a lead track in June.
Right.
And then the album will be out in September. I think.
Right.
That's the plan anyway.
Fantastic.
So we'll see what happens.
Absolutely, yeah, who knows? Who knows what will happen?
Yeah. That's it really.
Here's Andy and Claudia performing Delicious first of all, and then Absolutely Immune. And thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it.